Hi Lauren, welcome to SnapMath. Thank you for sending in your question tonight. So this is another one of these parent function problems. So the first thing I want to do is actually we're going to rewrite this and do a little evaluating of this function. So I'm going to move the 6 to the back, and I am going to distribute this negative to each one of these. So we have negative x minus 2 now plus 6. So this is what we're going to look at. So a is our parent function, and it's just going to be y equals the absolute value of x. So this function, when we graph it, is going to be y equals x on when x is positive, and y equals negative x when x is negative. And just like an absolute value, the absolute value makes it makes your x value positive. So this is x is y. When x is 0, y is 0. When x is 1, y is 1. When x is negative 1, y is 1. When x is 2, y is 2. When x is negative 2, y is 2. All right? So those are all of our points right here that we graphed and had in our table. So now what we're going to look at is part B. So if we follow PEMDAS, we're going to first do our things that are inside this absolute value. So this negative is actually going to be a reflection of the y-axis. And if we do that, if we reflect about the y-axis, it's just actually going to stay the same. Now, the other thing we need to do is inside this absolute value as well. And that's going to be, since x's lie to us, we're going to move this to the left 2. Left 2. So we're going to move the vertex to the left 2 right here. And then we're going to do the multiplication where the negative is the reflection about the x-axis. So that pretty much what it does is flip it over this way. That's not going to be our graph because we have to do a few more things. And then we stretch it or multiply by this number right here, 6 over 5. And then we're going to move vertically. We're going to go up 6 spaces. All right? So let's make another graph down here. So now what we're going to look at is we reflected it, we moved it over, and we moved it up 6. So our vertex is going to be right here. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm sorry, it's right here. And now when we look at this stretch right here, it's going to be 6 over 5. This is going to actually be our slope for both of these lines. And since it's negative, when we reflected it, it's going to be facing down, just like up here when I reflected that. We moved that up 6 spaces. So what we want to do is we want to go down 6 and over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's the same from here. We're going to go down 6 over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's going to be our graph of this function. So first we reflected over the y-axis. And I'm going to put in parentheses, no change. Then we moved, to left 2 spaces. Then we reflected over the x-axis. And stretched by 6/5. And then finally, move up 6 spaces. And then C, if we look at C, it's going to be graph the parent function. So I actually already did that. So this is C right here. All right, Lauren? Thank you for sending in your question, and we look forward to answering more of your questions in the future. Have a good night.